additions, corrections? Can I get a motion to approve the February 4th, 2026 minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed. We have minutes.
Right. Moving on to the treasurer's report, one change that is reflected is in the annual budget to reflect the votes.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Try.
flicker. Is it the table?
Let's see. Maybe that will have fixed it. Change reflected what was voted to reimburse AJ for the HDMI cord and the postage. I did not yet update the reimbursements for the MACC conference because I want to double check if it is coming out of wetlands for the budget.
Okay, cool. Have you heard anything one way or another?
I have not.
All right.
So,
Well, usually it's pretty quick.
yes.
We paid the dues out of the wetlands, right? Because that's what, I mean, because I was just thinking, I was like, how do we still have so much money? And I forgot we paid the dues out of
Right.
wetlands, so we should be able to.
I would think.
I would
It
just
is
submit it and ask for
wetland.
forgiveness.
We did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so those are the changes there.
Do we have a plan to spend that? Do we have needs for the budget money?
We usually end up using a lot of it on the garden in the spring. If there's anything else that you think of we might need. We have,
If I get into doing Pisgah, I might need a little bit for trail stuff, but
okay,
not a whole lot.
no. Okay.
Flags, mostly.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Right. Bills and forms and mail-in notices. We did receive a lot of Spotted and Lantern Fly pamphlets, stickers, QR codes. So we can put these out. Does anyone have any suggestions on best locations? Just in the town offices? Is there anywhere else?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
at
the
the library.
Library.
I don't know why that.
We will make sure you
Yeah.
leave with some stuff. That would be great. Definitely on the bulletin board out here. The
19
transfer
Carter.
station, 19 Carter. I think there's a bulletin board at the post office and
There is.
yeah. And then we can see about the general store as well.
I posted something there today.
Would
Discover
that
wood
be?
turning.
I was gonna say, would that be a CNU flyer?
I gave one to Victoria.
Oh, awesome. Excellent.
Alright, so we can work on getting these distributed. Other than that, no mails or notices or bills or forms.
Awesome. We like no bills.
We do. So the next agenda item was motor vehicle use on town land. We've had some snowmobile use on our conservation land, and we were hoping to have some properties come in to discuss use. We do not have anyone here.
All right. Well, hopefully they'll come to the next meeting,
Yes.
right?
How about we discuss what to do if they don't?
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
What if we just involve the EP to?
Well, I thought we already have.
Well, we have, but we haven't actually. I mean, we've called them and they didn't have anybody in the area and so on. I mean, we have a contact now, and if we can't get cooperation, then maybe they can.
Right. Or
I don't want to be strong.
Right.
arming.
So there's kind of two places that the problems are happening. One off of Allen Road and one off of Lancaster.
Mhm.
I thought you
Two off of Lancaster.
Two off of Lancaster. That's true. And a butter and a not a butter. went and looked the other day, and you said the abutter, there was Fresh Tracks. Do I remember that correctly?
On the Allen Road side. there
No,
was
on
fresh.
Lancaster,
No, there were no fresh.
right.
Yeah.
So Lancaster,
It stopped.
right. But yes, Allen Road, absolutely.
Are the
Um,
cameras still up? I
We
know
don't.
there were some issues with that.
Right, right, especially because Allen Road is where the real property destruction is happening
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So,
A
absolutely.
lot of off trail.
Yeah.
And that's where they were off trail with four-wheelers last summer, which
Mhm.
is just damaged, among other things, a very nice,
Stand of Mountain Laurel.
Mountain Laurel.
Mhm.
This time the snowmobile went on a similar, just about the same track and crossed the creek, the open water, same as the four-wheeler had.
Yep.
Anyway,
I will say that one of the properties we contacted has been in communication with the conservation email, and they did let me know right before this meeting that they weren't going to be able to attend, so I'm hopeful that that means they're really going to try to attend, and it just happens that they
Couldn't.
couldn't
Yeah.
tonight. Have not heard from the other property that we contacted. Just wanted to note that we have had communication with them, and they seem cooperative to try and come in.
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
let's decide at the next meeting, it's just,
Well,
I just
it-
wanted to make sure the option was on the table.
Yeah, if you continue to see stuff off of Allen Road,
Well, we can send a letter.
Did you send certified mail, like, notification, that's how they ended up where they are now,
Yeah.
basically?
Yep.
I mean, if we wanna give them another chance, we could send another certified letter and say, look, you haven't responded, please respond.
well, we haven't sent a letter to Allen Road this year, right?
That-
Right,
I
yeah.
sent it to you and to Julia.
Right, yeah, I
Saturday,
haven't seen-
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but,
Okay, okay.
Oh, so they haven't, the Allen
so
Road,
Allen Road has not
Not
received
received
yet,
letter.
anything
Yeah.
yet,
is that, alright, I'm confused now. So we've got two people that we communicated with?
off of Lancaster.
Oh, the two people off of Lancaster, one of
Yeah.
which has responded, one of which hasn't.
Correct.
So I was talking about the one that hasn't responded yet. Like, if we wanna not be hard-assed, we can send them another certified letter and say, look, we're gonna get the environmental police involved if you don't respond and we don't get and talk to you and work this out.
Right.
Or we can just call the police, that's, and
Right.
try to get them to do something about it. But the Allen Road, obviously, we should give them a notice first,
Yes.
but yeah,
Yep.
those seem like our two viable options right now.
Everybody okay with mailing a letter to the people at Allen Road?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that.
You have to review it.
I will.
And then do we wanna send another letter to the people who have been unresponsive at Lancaster?
Mm.
Okay.
Sure.
And then, one more chance, and then if they don't respond, they're done.
Right.
So,
I'll correct the letter. You can review it.
how many meetings have the people at Lancaster Road who have been in communication with missed? Two?
Just two. Yeah, and the first one was school vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they've been in communication, it sounds like they're in
Yeah.
good faith, as long as they're not continuing to do it
Right.
now, and we can talk to them, that's fine. That's my take on it.
Yep. Agreed.
Sounds good, we will move forward with those letters. All right. Berlin Public Library Story Walk. Hello. Good, how are you? I know, today was beautiful. Put away. For some hours anyway, yeah.
Take what you can get at this point.
Yep.
But now that it is getting nicer out, hopefully we can make plans with some trails soon to start looking at locations for the story walk.
Yeah. Are we still thinking, Berlin Meadow as our number one pick?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't been on the trails too much in town, so
Okay.
I would leave that up to that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, but I would say you guys are the experts somewhere.
The audience is little people.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think Mount Pisgah maybe.
Maybe a
Little
bit
bit
much,
too.
yeah.
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 And I think
Um,
since Heather Simpson
although-
does her thing over at
Berlin Meadows.
Berlin Meadows,
Mhm.
a lot,
Yeah. Yeah.
there may be a lot of.
And
kids
it's
that are
walking
familiar.
distance from the library.
That too,
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
so
flat,
easy
there's
to-
parking.
easy for us
Lot
to
of
get
good
over
reasons.
there and do our own
Yes.
programming over there too.
Yep.
The section, another option would be the very nice, flat area where the new, trailhead is off of, Lyman Road.
Oh, yeah, in the meadow there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good spot. Not as accessible from town
Agreed.
by
Right.
by
Yep,
a lot,
absolutely.
Yeah,
but that would be another definite possibility.
Yeah, okay.
There's a
No,
lot of poison ivy over there.
you,
And we'll put that out there.
You know, you're right about that. A lot of that gray dogwood, what is that stuff good for? I haven't figured it out yet. There's a whole pile of it. And there are some giant buckthorns.
oh, are there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them out this year. 'cause-
Yeah.
I still need to figure out what they look like.
Turnable?
Oh my, it is breathtakingly beautiful. I know a couple of the trees they're gigantic females, so they're just loaded with berries every year, and they're just, you know,
Yeah, and that just
Yep.
makes the problem worse.
Yep.
Yep,
So,
Good
times.
got that on my radar.
cool.
So probably
Um,
Berlin Meadows is what
Yeah.
we're getting at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
I
sounds
think that's probably the one that makes the most sense
Yeah.
for multiple reasons.
Mhm.
If,
Yeah.
if we could, give a few more days for the snow to go and the ground to thaw, because right now, all the water's just standing on top and everything is muddy. I was out today.
I mean, I don't know if we'd get,
Yeah, I think even if we
Unless
got the
conditions are-
materials now would be,
yeah, I
Right.
think we'd probably
Right,
be looking
yeah.
at
Probably
mid-May
another-
before we'd really be able to do much work on it.
Well, it'd work, but we could
Yeah,
do
we could
survey.
Look at it in another
Yeah.
couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
maybe, depending on how the conditions go.
How
how
do you
wet the
feel
spring
about,
is, but-
about when we go out, take some bright colored tape, which I have in my truck for just such purposes, and maybe, draft out, some of the
Yeah.
stops. If you could have a count of the posts,
Mhm.
32 pages plus a cover page, and is there anything
yeah,
else?
so we'd probably go for 18 posts total, so you get
Okay.
2
Yep,
Do you wanna
pages
do
per post.
tape or pin flags?
I have some of those two, I think.
Pin flags might be better because you can actually place the posts effectively.
Okay, and we should also talk to
to get some
Fred,
anyway.
because they mow the meadow. In my mind, where you walk down
Yeah.
from
yeah,
the street
yeah,
and
no, I
where,
just-
and that this would go along the left-hand side.
Mm.
I don't know why the left-hand side, that's
Oh,
just,
so we're doing it in the meadow. Yeah, no, then we
Yeah.
should definitely talk to Fred.
right. So, yes, we just wanna talk to Fred and
Before
see.
we set up a slalom course
Yeah,
for him. and-
exactly.
Yeah, I can reach out
Some
to
of his
him
guys
and
might
ask
be
him about
psyched.
Yeah.
When we put in the post, could we mulch around them just with wood chips to kind of,
Sure, help keep down
yeah?
the need to
I would
mow
talk
around
with,
them.
I would ask Fred. I mean, they're doing the upkeep on the
Yep.
space, but yeah, I mean, that might be good for them.
I have to see him for a note for the roadside cleanup, so for the signs. So.
Cool.
Try to remember to ask him
And
that.
I know we had been talking about maybe finding scouts who might want to work. I don't know if you've
Still nothing from
found
the.
any. That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody's listening and they
Right?
want to help out, but I know somebody from the Friends of the Library group has said that they could also help out. So
Cool.
Cool.
there'll be plenty of volunteers either way.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll reach out and try to get an updated quote for the lumber.
Yeah, and
to-
once we have a date, we can put something on Berlin Neighbors Connect on
Yeah.
Facebook and, say, hey, show up on Saturday.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and Hadley, the services librarian, already has a list of books.
Oh, she
ready
does?
to go, so,
Good.
Cool.
yeah. Don't know which one would be the first yet, but plenty of options.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, and then, once we get closer to buying the materials, we'll figure out how that's gonna work.
Yeah. So yeah, I will send a email to Fred and ask him about the mowing. Get an update for the lumber price.
Cool.
And whenever you're available, take a little walk.
Yeah, and it will probably make sense to invite Fred along on the walk, or
Sure,
one of
yeah.
his guys, or whoever can, is available, just to weigh in, so we don't pick spots where
Mhm.
they're like, no, please don't.
Yeah, or if he can't come, we can say we've laid them out.
Right, go check
Go
them
take
out.
a look.
Yeah, 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 perfect. Awesome, yes.
Before you leave,
Yes.
give you some of these.
We'll take those back.
I know,
to
and I see stickers too.
Yeah.
Kids love
Oh,
stickers.
They do.
Yeah.
They do like getting a sticker with their books.
Yeah.
We could hand out some of the books, maybe. Bought a new lathe, I opened the box, there's a spider
Oh no.
crawling around
Where did it come from?
inside the box.
Where did the box originate? Yeah, good.
It's a Laguna, I don't know what they,
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Rockler.
Rockler, yeah. Did you get a Laguna? You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whisper quiet. and-
Yep.
yeah, anyway,
New lathe?
yeah.
Sick.
Nice.
Right.
It was a-
little bit of everything.
Big, big
It was a
Awesome.
decent
Thank
spider.
you so much.
Thank you.
Little mini
Midi,
lathe.
midi.
Midi.
Thanks, Victoria.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
Victoria. All right. 320 Old Central Street.
Are you here for 320?
I am.
All right.
Oh, good.
Come on
down.
Blake, what's up there?
Yeah.
My name's Scott Hayes. I'm with Foresight Engineering. We filed a.
I thought you looked familiar, and
Do
I
we
think
know one
I
another?
think you've been before us before, haven't you?
Not for many years.
Well, I've been around for a while.
It's probably. Oh man, I can't remember the last time I had an NOI before you. It's probably 10 years ago. Anyway, I'm a civil engineer. We've done a application for site plan approval with the Zoning Board of Appeals, and we filed it in December. And we got comments back from the chair. They asked that we get comments from the Conservation Commission on the application.
Yep.
We had the site inspected for wetlands, and there's really nothing in really close proximity
It's
at
like
all.
all over 200 feet away. from
Yeah.
what I saw on the.
Yeah, I think the nearest wetland is in the median of 495.
Yeah.
So it's
I've gotta
that's the
check that.
northbound lane.
Yeah.
230 feet, 220 feet.
There,
Um,
it's
Yeah.
rather precipitous down to the
Yeah,
rail
yeah,
bed.
yeah.
But
So the road's up high, and it's kind of leveled off up at the top, and then it's
Yeah.
very steep down to the
But
the
there's no
railroad
I
grade.
was gonna go in there today. I was alone and it was so icy. It was about
Yeah,
8 this
it's
morning.
dangerous out there with no snow cover.
Yeah. And I thought I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
They've
I
got
wouldn't have been able to see it.
they've got a rock reinforced slope along the back
Oh, they do.
side, along the railroad side and along the 495 side, and then it brings it back up to
Here?
grade at the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
pretty much all the way.
they've brought it up with
It-
rock.
well, I don't know when it was done, but it's definitely man-made. I mean,
Yeah, so when they clear cut the site, Steve Beard and I walked down there. So that was
A while ago.
however long ago
Yeah.
that was, just to make sure there were no wetlands around, and it was
oh, you did look
Pretty-
at the site.
yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah. So whoever's built it up has done it in the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
It was definitely before COVID.
I mean,
Like,
it doesn't
everything
look,
gets
it
measured that
doesn't
way,
look
right?
particularly old. I mean, I'd say I've only been working on it for about a year, but I mean, it's probably within the last 5 years, I would think. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds
the
about right.
the old house foundation is still there. That hasn't been removed. So I mean, the grades around where the house used to be, it's shown on the GIS there. So that slab is still there, and the front foundation wall is still in. But around the side toward 495, I think they brought the grade up a little bit over there.
Right, and so this is for both lots?
Yeah, so they
Right,
they
and-
they were combined, so they were under separate ownership up until
Right, and the
2
house
years
lot
ago.
that you're talking about is the house that burned down?
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's
okay.
been, so the house is down,
That
the
was,
foundation is still there.
geez, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally tore it down, not
Good.
that long ago, I don't
Yeah.
think. Maybe 2 years ago, maybe.
Okay,
So the lots have been combined.
okay,
They're still not, it's still non-conforming for zoning. They've got it up to over 20,000 square feet, so it's just over a half an acre. and it's in the commercial zone. So, despite the fact that it's mostly single-family homes over there, that stretch of Old Central Street is also commercial.
Right.
So the applicant's proposing to build a small garage there. They're very limited by zoning. For a non-conforming lot, they can only have a certain number of square feet of gross floor area
Yep.
per lot area. They're capped at
Even a conforming lot.
2,000 square feet. So they've got a 2,000 square foot garage proposed, about 75 by 26 or something like that, in a
Right.
rectangle, and then just access and parking and that kind of stuff around the building.
Right. Just say that again.
I saw where the well is. And
Did you?
and
I was looking for that.
No, I mean, where it's
The
proposed
proposed
on
well.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the septic is in the other lot? Which-
Yeah, yeah. So that line dividing is
Okay,
gone.
okay.
So as soon as it came under common ownership, because it's non-conforming, they've been combined for zoning purposes. I mean,
Okay.
they're separate parcels, but they can't be further divided
There is a stamp
or developed
site
separately. More importantly,
out in here. Do you know what that was for?
I think it might have been from the soil tests that were done.
Ah, could be, yeah. It didn't look like it was,
Very.
had ever been connected to anything, and I didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, so
Right,
there was a well right behind the house, and there was an old cesspool right behind the house, not far from the well. And then I don't know if they had an overflow cesspool or something, but I saw that PVC standpipe, and I think maybe it was a secondary cesspool or something. It's all, that whole place. There's no records of anything, and it's all buried in the ground.
You'll find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. Not if we keep filling. It'll just,
Right,
it'll
so
just be entombed.
Yeah, is this gonna be a slab?
Might be for the best.
Right. Right, so it's a slab,
It's a
there's no
slab, yeah.
foundation, yeah.
So it's a slab on grade, and it's depressed from the street. So there's the look. I don't know if I brought the architectural plan. I don't think you care what the building looks like, but the look from the street would be of just sort of a one story, and then they have like a floor below grade to the slab, and that's all just open vacuous space.
Gotta give 'em
to-
some place for the lift to
for
go
high
and-
ceiling, and
Yeah.
I think they were gonna have some catwalk, like office loft space, kind of above the shop floor kind of thing. But,
Oh, cool,
I mean, they're very limited in what they can do for area.
right,
Um,
but they're pretty much paving the whole site,
Uh,
huh?
It's hard. Hard to get adequate fire access around the building.
Yeah,
Maneuverability for emergency vehicles, parking. I mean, it's only half an acre,
yeah,
and probably a third of it's that very steep, rocky slope.
Yeah.
So it eats up a lot of the area. And we've fully addressed the stormwater out there, so the roof runoff, the pavement runoff, all of it's collected, treated, and infiltrated
I saw-
outside.
yep. Catch
There's-
basins
they're-
and-
The only outlet pipes of the system are on a 100-year storm where there's an emergency.
There's overflow.
Right,
But the soils are very good. It's very well-drained, sandy soil there, so we're able to keep everything in the ground. I mean, it's a challenging site with for septic. I mean, with Berlin's setback requirements and wells and septic components from the street, from the building, from stormwater components, this, that. I mean, it was quite a shell game. We still needed a number of variances, and we were at the Board of Health in December or November, and we got the variances we needed. But so we've got a septic permit in hand, and we filed the site plan application with the ZBA in the middle of December, and we still haven't had a public hearing, which I think is next week. But in their preliminary review prior to the hearing, they asked that we come see you and I don't know if this is standard operating procedure for you or not.
it is,
Typically,
it's standard for them.
yeah, so usually when we file a Board of Appeals application, they'll they'll circulate it to the other town departments and get comments back. And they asked me to come to you and talk to you and get a letter from you or a memo or something.
Right.
So I'm just here to present the plan and hopefully get that piece of it done. I don't think we need to come to the Conservation Commission for anything. I mean, there really isn't any
Yeah, no,
wetland
there's no,
jurisdiction. There's no NIPD's, you know, we're only altering, I think, about, I don't know, 15,000 square feet of lot area total.
my only question is where, you said that there is an overflow discharge for 100-year storm. Where does that discharge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's a busy plan.
I saw the catch basin at the corner
Here.
of the building.
It's here.
Let me,
So, by the ADA space coming out into the slope on you see the catch basin there and the bed?
it's right here. So here's the catch basin. Oh, so it's this 10-foot ADS?
Yes,
Right.
10 inch.
Oh, 10 inch, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little small. And I'm
Try
old.
fitting everything that needs to be on
I know.
there.
And so is that just like a pipe out the wall?
It is. Yeah, and so it's basically like a boulder wall embankment, you know, that comes up there, and we're just gonna daylight that pipe out into that. Again, it doesn't discharge unless we get in excess of 8.5 inches of rain. So
Sure.
and it effectively discharges into, you know, velocity reducing rock slope. I mean,
So there will be riprap or
there's
something?
nothing to erode there. You
Yeah.
know, it's all,
No, my reason for asking is this will be the rail trail.
yeah.
So we don't want to be spraying people.
Oh no, it really wouldn't do that ever.
Right, so it'll come out
I mean, it's
on
just-
the slope onto riprap that will slow the
It'll-
velocity
It'll
and just
basically just
create a muddy
disappear
puddle
into
but yeah.
the rock. Yeah.
Okay.
In the event that it's ever exceeded in capacity, it's just good engineering practice to have an overflow.
Absolutely.
Technically, after
yes.
a 10-year storm, you don't really need one, but I'd rather not see the system backflow and cascade
Sure,
over the
and
catch
the
basin.
storms we've had in the past couple of years, some of them have been quite unexpected with the amount of rain in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So, you know,
No,
it's always possible.
It's remarkable to me over the course of my career, how the rainfall distributions have changed so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tremendously more rainfall we decide for than we used to
Yep.
15, 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
And then
it's-
the next big storm there, they'll jack them up again because, you know, we're
Yeah.
getting more severe weather for sure.
We're getting 100-year storms every 10 years now.
Right, or
know.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else, do you want to see this? Oh, you, okay.
I have one, but thank you, thank you.
Well, I think we all saw the digital copies as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yep.
brought like the town GIS got the wetlands on it. It just sort of generally shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
You've got the wetland across the rail trail there. It's far.
Yep.
You know, to the other side of a house on the other side of the railroad.
Yeah, you're well out of our
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, other than the stormwater questions, I don't think there's really much we have,
Yeah.
you know, to even say about this.
Did you just send like a interdepartmental
Yep.
memo or something?
Yep, where, like I said, it's fairly standard practice for
It is.
ZBA to
Okay.
ask us to weigh in on stuff, so.
So I'll write a letter up and send it via email. The hearing's on the 11th.
Yes.
Plenty. Yeah, I'll get it out in like the next day or so to you, and I'll just
Great.
state that you're not in our jurisdiction, and we clarified that.
Good.
And good plan.
Did you sign in?
I did.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
I was here at 7 with bells on.
Yeah.
I was ready to go. I haven't been to an in-person
Even
meeting.
brought your scale.
I don't know how long. It's been since I've actually been to an in-person meeting.
Wow. Do you miss it? Other than the driving?
Well, I never particularly liked going out 3 nights a week, but it's refreshing right now. I have to say.
Yeah.
No, just
Yeah,
to be in a
it's-
room with people and talking is
Yeah.
Right.
nice. That's how sad is my life. Right?
Yeah. We've just found that for stuff like this, right? To look at this on a screen is much different than looking at it in person, pointing at things. What is this? What is that? It's just so much easier to do.
In a lot of ways, communicating in general is a lot easier with just
Yes.
getting people together and talking. Yeah.
I know it's so old-fashioned.
Yeah, the world went and got strange, but eventually, you retire and then it's not your problem anymore.
Right.
But,
Now,
Yep.
just out of curiosity, is
Yes.
this auto body shop that's across the way, that has nothing to do with it, right?
No.
I
No.
assume not, just a coincidence that it's.
no, I think that's on the same property as
The house
their
that's over
house.
there, yeah.
So the gentleman that lives there runs that auto body shop as a business.
Sure.
Thing, but
Yep.
he has no ownership interest.
Just a coincidence.
Very nice
Atlas
gentleman
Auto Body.
Oh,
too.
okay.
I
think so,
met him
yeah.
out there.
Okay.
He's very friendly.
Yep.
Just curious, that's all. Thank you.
I haven't worked with him at all, but I've heard he does good work and not too expensive
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
Well, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always helpful.
My mechanic, the mechanic I go to on the regular recommended him when I had some
Yeah.
minor body issue on like a work truck that I drive. So
Yeah. Fix it
I
before
know
the boss
that
finds
that whole stretch of road is all zoned commercial, and there's a lot of single family or mixed,
Yeah.
home business kind of use in there. It's hard though, commercial property with such small lots and all the well and septic issues. I mean,
Yeah.
we're bringing this property more into compliance with zoning by turning it into a garage rather than having it remain a home.
Yes.
But right next door is a single-family house, and across the street is a house.
Right.
Didn't even know I was in Berlin. I was like, "Are you sure I'm in Berlin?" I had to check
I
the
know.
map.
Right on the
It's East Berlin.
Well, the town line kind of,
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah,
skirts
it's
over
true.
there.
It's yeah.
It is East Berlin.
Yep. Yep. Even when you're up at
It's across the
Highland
wall of
Highland
495.
Commons,
Yeah.
if you're in Market Basket, you're in Hudson. But if you buy shoes next door, you're in Berlin.
And I think
So-
BJ's is split, isn't it?
BJ's is split. You
Yeah.
walk into BJ's in Berlin, but you buy gas in Hudson.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There was one store over there that actually has like the town line on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
in the floor.
Too bad you couldn't get water and sewer over here from Hudson for the commercial zone.
I know.
But,
Yeah.
Yep. They're a little maxed out.
But yeah, it's also fully developed already with housing. It's just a strange place.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I won't take any more of your time.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you
Oh,
for
thank you.
coming, and enjoy our in-person meeting.
Yeah, I know. I hope the ZBA is as friendly as you folks. We'll see.
Yeah.
That wasn't very encouraging.
Sorry. Had my own experience. I will leave it at that.
All right, moving right along. We're flying through the agenda tonight.
Don't jinx us,
I
Kevin.
know. Sorry.
Pass these around.
You have one?
I brought my.
So, as I think everyone is aware, Wheeler Pond, Oars with the Wheeler Pond Dam is planning to apply for an MVP grant to help fund the dam removal. You are able to combine multiple projects in an MVP grant, so they've been talking to the town about what projects we would like to try and put into that grant. This cord. So I've been talking to Heather about that, and she's also been talking to Fred. Fred has mentioned maybe some culverts, and in front of you is a list.
Right, so
Potential
this
projects.
list is from the town's MVP plan. so this was, put together, and these were items that when the plan was being developed were, areas of interest that the town has. So, so it's always easier when applying for any grant if you can say, we want this money for this thing that we've been talking about doing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so showing something like that in a plan can be helpful.
Okay.
So the thing that has been on my list for a long time is brining equipment for the highway department. I happened to run into Fred coming into the meeting tonight. He was saying that when they have to go around town and pre-treat the roads for potential, like tonight, right? No, is it tonight, tomorrow night? Tomorrow, no, last night, but also tomorrow night,
Yeah, tomorrow,
right?
yeah.
One loop around the town, $2,000 worth of salt. And lots of salt on the roads, right? Like when we've got a snowstorm and you need you need a lot of salt on the roads. But to pre-treat for potential icy conditions, it's environmentally, it's better for our wells, it's better for all of the stream crossings that we've got in town. I think it's easier for them. It's certainly less expensive. So I asked him if he would put together some numbers. But the problem, and I've talked with him off and on over the years about this. The problem is the initial investment of the equipment. So if we could incorporate that into the MVP grant, that would be amazing.
How much did you say the equipment is?
I didn't.
Oh.
Because he didn't even
Oh, okay,
because he's been looking to maybe, he said Boylston last year bought a used tank to try it out, and they're now looking for more used equipment because it worked out so well. And so he's, kind of he's definitely aware that this is a thing. So I asked him if he would just put together some numbers. What does used equipment cost? What does new equipment cost? What's it gonna save?
Yeah.
But with, more and more winters where this year is kind of the exception for how it's been, where there's a lot of mid-freezing temperature, lots of ice, lots of, just freezing rain, less actual snow and actual real cold. So I think it would be a great thing financially for the town and environmentally.
The other thing I see on here too is conserving the Ball Hill Road property, Pisgah area. Do we have a sense of what we engaged? It's on the back side of the first page, top of resource management section. It says conserve the Ball Hill Road property, Mount Pisgah area.
Isn't that under?
So Lyman Road, I'm trying to think what's on Ball Hill. Acre Woods, but that's already,
That's on the other side.
right, and that's already conserved.
How old is this document, do you know?
There's a parking lot up
Well, it still says Indian.
But that's in,
Oh, yeah, that was a while
the
ago.
parking lot on
Yeah, that's
Ball
right.
Hill is in
there.
Northborough.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. And everything kind of between there and Maplewood is all houses.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what this is, who was thinking what.
Is this what they're, how is this incorporated into them applying for the grant?
It's not necessarily, this was kind of a, a way for us to come up with ideas of things. These are stated goals that the town already has. And is there anything in here that we think would be good to incorporate into the MVP plan?
So this is just a wish list, a town wish list, basically.
Right,
And
yeah.
Right.
we're gonna put our 2 cents in about what we'd like to see.
Yep.
I mean, obviously,
So a couple of the things that jumped out at me is, one is talking about securing a backup generator, alternate energy, like solar for the schools, which you could, there was also something in here about like shelters, creating emergency shelters, so like you could tie a couple of those together to say, you know, you're getting solar or wind or something with a battery backup.
yeah, if you're
Or-
talking about an emergency shelter, it's probably better to have that be at a school for a legit emergency rather than trying to, you know, talk the hotel into giving us lower rates.
Yeah, exactly. So,
It's a little more self-sufficient. 2 birds, 1 stone, all that good stuff.
Right.
mhm.
What's the condition of the roof over at the school?
It's getting replaced.
So incorporating solar while that happens might not be a bad idea.
Mhm.
Correct. And that's why they held off on solar, because why would you put solar on a crappy roof?
Right, and I knew there was roof issues, right? So we could definitely talk to Heather, and Oars and CMRPC.
CM something.
Yeah, it's Central Mass Regional Planning. So, yeah, CMRPC. Yeah.
Do you know what the electrical system is? And why it specifies Coburn and Taylor?
Coburn and Taylor, upgrade electrical system. So the emergency communication system to microwave system. Have they gotten that sorted over like on the Taylor Road end of town? That's what I thought. So when this was put together, the police and fire, their communication system barely worked, like down at that end of town. Not really sure what the Coburn Road part of it is.
Weren't they planning on trying to do something at the junkyard?
Oh,
To put
I
up a
think
tower?
so, to put up a tower, yeah.
But I know that they're working with the hotel to put up a tower
Right.
there on that end of town, so I don't know what's going on with.
I feel like we may need to nix that one.
Okay. Identify appropriate area for and construct town swimming hole behind Wheeler Pond Dam. Yeah. That was somebody certainly,
I don't think that really.
with some high hopes.
Well, damn, like, that's the whole.
Yeah, right, yes.
So it's like,
Yeah.
why are we applying for this grant?
Agriculture,
No.
Have we ever done anything with, Dark Skies?
So when we did the LED bylaw, the bylaw that is allowing the school to put up an LED sign, I know, yes, it hurt me. And in the center of town, they must be dark sky compliant. So other than that, not really.
Just curious.
Yep.
Put what now?
That would, the school wants an LED sign. I guess the sign where they used to change the letters blew over like 12 years ago in a
Really?
storm, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know,
Never
I didn't
noticed
notice.
Yeah.
Didn't notice it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. JT actually did a very cute presentation at town meeting. But the school had asked, to be allowed to do that. And Hmm?
Who did they ask?
Everybody. And then it wound up needing that the bylaw there needed to be a bylaw, an addition to the bylaws to allow that. But it's only for the school and one for the center of town.
On the transportation end of it, I know there's been a lot of talk about the senior bus and all that. Is that potentially applicable somehow? You could help out with that?
How does that
Access and transportation.
climate change? MVP grant is municipal vulnerability preparedness. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's,
Okay.
so yeah, it's pretty climate change specific.
Got it. So electric bus.
Electric bus, here you go.
Lower upkeep, cheaper to run.
Well, that would go along with the EV charging station at the town office.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of, I don't know what kind of farming tax breaks we have, but
Oh, look at this. So, identify non-assault road treatments for snow clearing on roadways. So it is kind of in here. So that's wonderful. That's certainly helpful.
Although the brine is essentially solved.
you have to use a lot less of it.
But I
Yeah.
think
Yep.
isn't it like fish oil, really?
Oh, that sounds familiar. It's something like
It's
Rogaine
like
or
yeah,
something
or
like,
something, and that's why, like, if you're behind a truck when it's doing it, it's a little stinky till it dries.
Gross.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this is enough to get started.
Yes, I will. Yes, and the grant is due March 20th, so we only have one meeting other than this one.
One of
which
our
is
meetings.
One of our meetings.
Right.
Which is 2 days before it. So I think this is good, but also, you know, is the priority the ice equipment? Is it the, like, you know, maybe we could have put it in a list of what you guys would like to most see, because I'm not sure how much more time we'll have to talk.
Right. So I think the solar on the school roof, the brining equipment. Do we really want an electric vehicle with no driver?
Yes.
No. Any other priorities anybody else sees?
Does the Gates Pond Road landfill still
Yeah,
exist?
what is that?
So, the town of Hudson used to have a dump on Gates Pond Road. So if you go down Gates Pond Road and you come to the stop sign, almost everybody goes right down Marlborough Road. If you keep going straight, immediately there's that like driveway that goes down, that actually goes down to the pump house for Gates Pond. And then behind those first 3, maybe 4 houses on that side, behind that is where the Hudson dump was.
this says
and-
cap the Gates Pond Road. Isn't
Right,
that capped
well-
already?
We have learned, it was never properly capped.
Oh, lovely.
So,
What does the town of Hudson's dump?
in Berlin,
Does Hudson have?
They
a
shall.
I have
separate
no
spot?
idea what their responsibility level. I know that the Board of Health has been working on it and talking to
That seems-
anybody who will listen, I think.
So is it like leaching into our groundwater or?
That's what they have to test, is to go and take a look at, exactly, is it leaching into Northbrook and all the
Or my
houses
well.
behind?
Right?
Your well.
No,
Yeah.
because you're uphill.
Yeah,
But
Even
is it
still, I
off
don't
gassing
know.
into
Right.
the
Well,
air
I'm just saying,
too?
my
Yeah.
well is a couple hundred feet deep, I think.
Methane.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
The wells for our community are like 600 and 700 feet deep.
Yeah.
Mine's 70.
Shut up.
I just replaced the pump, that's how I know.
Yeah.
Try replacing
Um,
a pump that's.
how
Yeah,
long
I
has
mean,
it
I
been
don't
going
know.
on?
A while. It was one of those that no one ever really noticed, and then they noticed.
Right.
And then they just went like gangbusters and started going after towns to get that, so it was a surprise. There'll be an article on the May meeting to basically fork over $30,000 or so for them to come in and test our dump. Transfer station. Transfer station, don't yell at your phone, don't tell us phone call it to basically test ours and see what's going on, and then we'll have to figure out what's going on after that.
Do you know any details about the agreement between Hudson and Berlin about them dumping their stuff in Berlin?
Nope.
Yeah.
Board of Health has not come forward with that.
Just wondering what the historical agreement was.
More than likely, it was probably a handshake.
I'm sure. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, my brother lives in Hudson, and I live down here, and he's a really good guy.
Correct.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And he's on the Hudson Dump Committee. Or
Yep.
whatever, yeah. Yep.
Good
All
to
right.
know. Hadn't heard anything about that. So maybe I didn't wanna know about that.
Right? But when Highland Commons went in, did you live there? Oh,
Mhm.
so everybody
Got
had
that.
their wells tested
Oh, yeah,
when Highland Commons went in, before the construction and after.
okay.
So I know my well is fine.
Yeah. No, I know we had ours tested when we had our, well
Home
pumper.
inspection.
Well, we had our well pumper replaced too.
Oh,
I think we did some testing
yeah.
after that.
We're like borderline municipal, we have to test it every year.
Oh, yeah, cause it's
'Cause of the
a
population
public
density.
water
Oh, yeah.
supply,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically public water supply.
Yep.
We just got in that, right in that zone where like if
Mhm.
we kept it to one community and not two, like if we ended up, like, we would have been fine, but because of that, like, we have all these super stringent guidelines we have to go through with DEP and.
How
Yeah.
deep is yours?
I wanna say it's 350.
Yeah, I think mine's 3.
So, good to know.
All right, so is there anything else? I think
Those two.
those two, I think those are decent, cause I think Fred's probably gonna also want culvert stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that's that
We're not gonna
rounds
do-
out,
Things we could
Um,
ask for.
yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Next on the agenda,
Definitely
enforcement
fall
orders and
trails.
violations, no updates there. Same with active projects and land acquisition. So moving on to Berlin Meadows Garden, I believe AJ had some things he was hoping to discuss about that.
I have two proposals. Of course, we will continue to throw in some annuals along the front edge, just for that color. And if it ever thaws out and the snow goes away and things start to sprout, I will do another inventory like I did last year and ascertain what we might have to replace, because gardening's a journey, not a destination. And every year there are 2 or 3, especially the cultivars that went in there. Last year there were like 8 of them that succumbed to the winter. And that's why I think we continue to move toward natives. in
Yeah,
there.
I think a lot of cultivars aren't really meant to, even if they're sold as perennial.
They
Um,
need to be watered and coddled and yeah. And the natives, you throw them in, and if they last the first year, they'll probably last forever. A lot of them anyway.
Right.
So I think we continue to.
Yeah, and we can look at some hardier perennials that might not be native, but
There's
that-
some you can't kill.
right.
Yeah,
Yep, Black-Eyed Susans.
yeah. Actually, this year, because I had real good luck, filling in with seeds along there after we put in the potted annuals for the color show, not all of those lived either because it was so hot and dry, and I put in some seeds and they did just fine. So it'll cost a whole lot less, and I think I've already ordered them.
Cool.
So, in fact, I've already received them.
Yeah. And what seeds?
Well, I got some zinnias, nasturtiums, and one other, but I remember what I had for breakfast.
So,
yeah.
So are you starting them? Are you gonna
No,
start them
in the
soon,
ground,
or-
sow 'em in the
oh,
ground.
just sow
Yeah,
'em,
direct
yeah,
sow.
direct
Yeah.
sow.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot less labor,
Yeah.
less risk, because when you start them in pots and transplant them, once again, you're risking
Right.
killing them.
Mhm.
So, anyway, I'm
Cool.
looking forward to a nice garden this year.
Awesome. Well, thank you for starting to think about it already.
Great.
All right. Next up.
Next up is the rail trail. I was wondering if you had any updates. I heard you might have attended a meeting.
I have some updates,
No.
but I didn't attend a meeting.
Okay.
Which meeting?
Didn't you guys have a meeting?
Didn't
You mean the
attend
meeting that I'm, of the association that I'm president of? Yeah, I usually attend those meetings. No serious updates. We're still trying to get through to CSX and try to start to work on some kind of how much money do they want for the land, that whole discussion.
Wow.
I reached out to some of the abutters. I heard back from Mary Porter and Mary McKelk. I have not had a chance to meet with them yet. They shot back a slew of questions that were basically a lot of, I don't know, because we're, of course we're going to try to spend as little of the town's money as we can on this project, that kind of thing. So, but I'll have those discussions with them when weather warms up, because they wanted to walk the trail, and I'm like, I have snowshoes, I'm down, but I doubt you are. So, we're gonna work on that, and we're working to doing more events, more community outreach to try to get more support, and that's what we're about. Our next meeting is March 27th, 6 p.m. here, like in this room.
Yep.
Here.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I do have a couple updates, Julia. I don't know if you saw the email I sent this morning about, I finally got the final copy of the feasibility study. So I know we were planning to post that on the town website along with the 2018 report. So I have that plus the presentation from last February, that if we wanna post that, we can post that too. But so I can either forward it to you, but it's like 15 megabytes, and I don't remember how big the presentation is, or if there's a way for me to just post it.
Right. So the new website.
Oh,
Yes.
We were told we would have the same access to it that we had.
And you don't?
So what I was gonna say in response to that is I have not been able to log into it. So
Email did.
Right, because I gave you the login information, or Maddie did.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, email Dee and she'll figure it out.
Okay.
Right,
Or call
sounds good.
whoever did it and we'll get it figured out.
Okay.
and so I'll try and email them to you. It probably will go
So
through,
what
but
I was gonna,
Can you
what
CC
I
me?
was also wondering is, we've got a Google
CC me.
Drive.
Yes.
Famous one.
Do you,
Oh, okay.
do you have it in Google Drive, or can you put it
I
into
can
a
put it-
Google
yeah, I
Drive?
can put it in Google
And then
Drive.
share it
Okay.
with conservation,
Okay.
or, conservation at Town of Berlin.
Okay.
And then she can open it in conservation's Google Drive
Gotcha.
and save it that way.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds good.
That's probably
Okay.
the easiest way to do
Yep.
it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Agreed.
Um,
Okay. So I have the invoice here. This is the final invoice for the last grant cycle and whatnot, so we'll get that in, submitted. And then I submitted a Mass Trails grant in January for the 25% design. so.
Awesome. And we've got grant money that or
Yes, we have
earmark money?
60,000.
that we need to spend.
Yeah, so that's the match for this next grant.
Okay.
So it's I submitted for a $300,000 total grant. So it's 240 for the Mass Trails and then 60 for the
It
remainder
would
for
be our
funds,
share,
whatever
yep.
we our share. So so that's in, and then I had a good chat with a guy from DCR, and he didn't make any promises, but there's potential once we get through 25% design that they'll pick up the project. Yeah, which would be really nice.
Yep.
That would be for the best.
So he was like, I won't have to like pry it out of your hands, and I'm like, no, that won't be an issue.
Like, we'll want some input.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
Yeah,
want
but-
input, but
But
yes, but yeah.
here you
But
go.
But please and thank
Yes,
you.
please.
Do you know when you're supposed to hear about the grant?
I think they, if I remember correctly, they let us know in June, and we can hit the ground running in July. And because this is like our second round with VHB, we should be able to, like, I already have the proposal. We would just need to like sign it, you know.
Right.
So it should be good to go.
Okay.
Yes, we should be able to get going.
Cool.
So I don't foresee any issue of us getting that grant.
Right.
Thanks for doing that.
Yes.
Grant writing is no joke.
Well done.
And thank you for keeping up with the dates, and I need to do this by then, and for that, and
Yeah.
this, and yeah.
Yeah, so, but if we can get this section going, like that paves the way for the more difficult section to the west.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and we may actually get our section built before Hudson. They actually have more complications than we do, so.
Right. They have so many more crossings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
we actually could be in good shape to
Yep.
get this
But I
section
will
going.
say, so every day on my commute, I go down Old Lancaster Road in Sudbury and cross the new connector, the new part of the Bruce Freeman Trail. And, it's a side road, it's not a major road, but as soon as it was there, everybody slows down for it. Like, it just becomes part of the new way you drive down
Yeah.
that street, is you just watch for
Yeah,
people crossing. So, it made me feel good about, we have some minimal crossing, but I think it'll end up being okay.
yeah.
Big flashy signs.
I'm really glad that something's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know that western section is gonna be difficult, and the state is probably gonna have to help us figure it out and so on.
Yeah,
But when I look around the aging population in this town, we need a safe place to.
yep.
Yeah.
You just safe,
Agreed.
And-
level, flat place to
Yep.
walk.
Yep.
100%.
Down-
There's no
old
place
fools
in
like
town
me.
to do that.
Yeah.
It's, I'm a cyclist, like, and I definitely have my own, like, desires for this, but, like, I really want to have some kind of access for people who are, in wheelchairs. I've got a neighbor who had a stroke, and, like, she's got nowhere to
Yeah.
recreate in this town,
Right.
Yep,
right?
little kids can't ride their bikes.
There's nowhere,
around
Right.
town.
like,
Yeah.
nowhere safe to do any of that. Like, the
Yeah.
roads here are deadly, like,
Mhm.
and it's just
Yeah.
just the way it is. There's not much we can do about it. But if we
Yeah.
could get a rail trail on, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
And Lester Ross is great and all, but it's not a
Not the
replacement
same.
for. It's just not the same.
Right.
A paved surface, or at least a really well maintained stone dust surface. So it'll probably paved from
I
what
think
we're
it's
talking
gonna
about
be
with
paved, yeah,
VHB. And it makes it a commuting thing. It makes it
Yep.
a great recreational resource. Like it's
Mhm.
just, yeah, we're all on the same page.
Yeah. You're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah.
I know.
He's just practicing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, moving on. Under trail maintenance, AJ and I were talking about, if everyone remembers back when CSX was going through their process, there was one culvert that wasn't fully a part of their project, but was relatively blocked, and the person from CSX had said they were going to be in touch with us about getting it cleared, and they never were. And now with all this snow, we're wondering if we should try and get in touch with them again and
You can poke them weekly.
all
I
right.
think we're in trouble with a couple of cool days, and it's gonna go up into the 50s and 60s for the next
Yeah.
week.
And then there's
it's-
gonna
Boy,
be a lot of
runoff
water
is
moving
gonna
down
be
there.
Really
Yeah.
intense.
Yep.
But I'll just go up there once in a while and see. Hopefully the little beaver dam holds.
Right? Well, that's the thing. The beaver dam is actually protecting the property on that
Yeah.
side of,
Yeah.
um,
You know, beaver issues usually happen upstream floods because they don't, back. In this case, it's downstream. If they don't keep their dam up,
right?
we have trouble. So,
Well, but upstream will also flood, and eventually the tracks are pretty high there,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It would take a lot of other flooding to happen before the tracks became impacted. But
but still,
yeah.
I hope they can clean that thing out. And they have
It's
to do a
not can,
remediation.
it's will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We hope they will.
We can keep at them.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And feel free to share my contact information if they need to come out during the work week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, as long as I'm not in Europe.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Very exciting. All right. No real updates from me for Lyman Road or any of the CRs, or unfortunately the Forest Stewardship Plan. I'm still emailing Gary. I don't have any updates for the rest of the agenda. Earth Day is on it. I know that's coming up soon.
Right, well, so
Phil,
hold
you
on,
wanna-
hold on. So River Bridge, Sudbury Valley Trustees has kind of tugged the rug a little bit and said that Laura Matai sent an email saying that she spoke with their attorney and they really don't feel comfortable moving forward. So, and this all happened 2 weeks, a week and a half ago-ish.
Yes.
So I asked Heather, our attorney, Heather White, if she would speak to their attorney, and lawyer talk. And everybody agreed that was a good idea, except that we should probably bring Jeff, our interim town administrator, up to speed before that happens. So we have a Zoom call for that on,
Tomorrow.
I was gonna say on Thursday, which
Yes.
also happens to
Which
be
is
tomorrow. Yeah, oh gosh. What time?
10:30 or 11, I
Yeah,
believe.
I have the email. Zoom.
So Julia, while Carolyn's looking that up, it is a known issue. Unfortunately, Access did not port over.
Okay.
So it's not you.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
It's not you, it's being actively worked, but they don't have a date yet.
Okay.
All right, but at least they're aware, and it isn't us, and
No,
Yeah.
she's just trying to make you feel better. It's you.
yeah,
Just can't log in.
yeah.
The computer just doesn't like you. It's not that you're doing the login wrong.
Right.
just
I was
like-
using my personal email instead.
There you go.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Once we have that that conversation, we'll probably talk to you guys and see what's what. Horseshoe Pond CR, will you poke Meredith and just, because we were like minutes away 2 months ago or a month ago. And then Potter House Hill, are we just still waiting for them for their comments? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Forward stewardship plan. Roll my eyes. Ugh, okay. Now we can talk about Earth Day.
Okay. I spoke to, or I should say, exchanged emails with Rich Cameron, the principal at Tohoto, Monday afternoon, and central office is okay. They're happy to go forward with whatever we want to do, with faculty and student participation. And so the next thing, of course, is the flyer. And I heard from Louise today, late this afternoon, because she had an accident. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, no.
Well, I think I mean, she's going to be okay, but
Right.
I'm sorry, shouldn't mention.
No, done.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You like that officially? Can you put that in the notes?
Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she just Lexi picked up these are the flyers, the samples that we've had from previous years. So I'm going to take those over to Tohoto tomorrow, or digitize them and send them to whichever we end up doing, and then they're going to come up with a contest
Cool.
based on that.
Awesome.
And then we'll look at a deadline, I'm hoping, before the next meeting, so that way we have something that we can distribute, we can all review as well.
Yeah.
And then distribute and go from there. And then I would say the next step was just, Louise and AJ and I, and anybody else who wants to meet, to go through who we're contacting, Berlin Realty, so we can kind of use that as a hub for the collection point like
Yep.
we did last year. And then the signups and thinking about how we might have any other, since we are going to have more young people hopefully involved, how we want to deal with that as far as security with the police department and with us. I don't know that we have to take any extraordinary measures, but just to be mindful of that we'll have more people under 18 probably involved than we did previously.
Yeah, usually people kind of go off on their own. I think
Right.
just making sure that we don't assign them busier streets.
Right.
Kind of
Well, I
thing.
mean, I recognize some students of mine, that I'd seen
Yep.
who were there last year, so it's not unusual, but again, hoping that we have bigger numbers,
Yeah.
just to be mindful of that. Not
Yeah.
that we have to operate any way differently than we did before. And hopefully have good weather.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
In the past, we've focused on collecting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of
Nips.
right.
And somebody would have to go to our benefactor over at Highland Liquors, is that what it's called?
It is.
And ask if they're willing to support our effort again.
Right.
And then the contribution that they make is typically
Donated.
donated somewhere in town to one of our
Right, like I think
Sort of
last year we split it
philanthropically.
between the PTO Link is what, right, and the food pantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think Highland Liquors also did a display, didn't they? Didn't they
They
take
did
some-
for a
didn't
while.
Last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
They didn't last year.
Oh, they didn't?
Right.
Yeah.
I,
And they've greatly expanded their nip selection. I
um,
know.
They, yeah, I think they would have last year had we mobilized
Hmm.
our efforts to,
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember, or wasn't sure if I knew the landscaping bags we got from Lowe's or whatever, if we had to buy them,
Yeah,
or
we
donated,
buy them.
Yeah.
we had to buy them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
they're about 50 cents a piece.
Right, I know that's not a big
I
expense.
wrote down, I'll inventory what I have, cause I'm
Okay.
storing them.
But there's not, and again, I have the signs that I collected all
Mhm.
around town, they're still in my basement, they're fine, so we can think about again, the date we wanna put them out, how much time, 2 or 3
Well, I
weeks
think we
beforehand.
didn't put a date on them, it just says Saturday, so.
Exactly, I
Right.
just mean the date that we.
Not
put
before,
them.
Right,
the
how
Sunday
far-
before, or some, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like a week before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever the appropriate
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
frame is. Okay.
Are you gonna talk to Highway, 'cause how's the trash gonna get picked up?
Yeah, I mentioned it to Fred tonight, but he was deeply involved in other conversations, so we didn't go. But I said I was gonna come by and bring him a little blip to put on the flashing sign the week before Earth Day, roadside cleanup rather.
Cause technically that's a cost to the town for them to work
Yeah, I know.
overtime on the weekends, so.
Right, and
Last year-
in prior years, they have volunteered
But you're still using
town equipment.
town equipment.
And then last year,
They
didn't.
did not volunteer.
And so what, we just did
Yep.
volunteers with pickup trucks,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
I made
So
many trips.
reach out to highway and get that settled.
One way or the other.
Sounds like a motorized thing to me. I don't think we're allowed to do that.
It was pretty easy to keep up with the.
Yeah. And a lot of people bring their stuff to the transfer station on their own.
Many.
Yep.
What are the hours that we did last year? Do you recall off the top of your head? Just out of curiosity.
Like, how long did we have the table? I mean, because
No,
that's you.
Well,
I
we
think-
were walking,
I
we
think
were just doing
eight to 3.
That sounds right. I'm just
Something like
curious.
that.
I couldn't remember.
It's probably
Yeah.
on one of the doggone signs.
It probably is. I can just go to my basement and look and which
Right.
way I am.
Oh,
All right.
9 to 2 in
There you
last
go.
year.
Okay.
okay. Never mind. Not
Look
eight.
at you, looking at things.
Why do we start so late?
It's crazy talk.
All right. Are we
One of
we
those
good?
One
Done.
of those weird guys that actually reads directions.
Robin?
I make a motion to end the meeting at 8:20 PM.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Can't?
Hearing- Oh, right, non-debatable. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Okay.